Basta all hits, all Pinoy. Kahit na saan ka man ito'y mapapakinggan. VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio. 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 Basta all hits, all Pinoy. Kahit na saan ka man ito'y mapapakinggan. VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio. 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 VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio.
This is V81 Radio Worldwide. Almighty God, grant us the courage of Jesus Christ, your Son, to face the coronavirus pandemic with trust, strength, compassion, and resiliency. Give us the grace of the Holy Spirit to free us from fear and anxiety so we may do actions of help and support and look forward to our healing with hope. We pray for the health workers, food liners, maintenance cleaners, logistics abler, government leaders, and volunteers who continuously come together to deliver our daily needs to survive. Guide us from this time of crisis. Preserve us in peace. Protect the weak and vulnerable, and those who serve the society during this pandemic. This we ask and pray in Jesus' name, our Savior. Amen. Naghahatid saya sa mga Pinoy, mga kantang tatak Pinoy. Kahit nasan ka man, kami ay mapapakinggan. Streaming worldwide, the future of radio in Manila, California, and Hong Kong. This is V81 Radio.
Malayo ka man sa iyong pamilya, dito ay hindi ka nag-iisa. Tiyak ito'y iyong hahanap-hanapin, dahil ito ang nagpapasaya sa atin.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the program anchors and producers and do not necessarily reflect the policies and position of this station. Showcase young professionals' worth, aspirations, and successes in doing what they believe is right, progressive, and inclusive. Join them as they discover the path to self and societal fulfillment while making a difference. Hosted by empowered and cool millennial Erica Mizon, together with her fellow millennials, they will be making a difference.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are now tuned into making a difference. So this is a show created to inspire and motivate the youth of today. My name is Erica Mison, and I am your host and online friend. So last Saturday, I interviewed a young organization. Okay, they're not really that young. They started around 5 years ago, but the people behind it, they're really young. The youngest I interviewed, if I remember correctly, she was 17. She is 17 years old. So it started out with two sisters, with an idea, with an advocacy, and they started it when one was 13 and the other one was 15. So now it's going really well. They've done a lot of programs and projects, and they're currently very, very active. And can I just say, it's really inspiring and it warms my heart to see a younger generation do something like this, put up their own organization because they believe in their advocacy and they believe that they themselves could make a change in the society, could make a difference in the society. So if you want to watch that episode, it's on the show's Facebook page. It's also on our YouTube channel and on our website. So you can check that out after this episode. So for this week's episode, I invited an initiative. We're going towards the artsy side now. They're called the Lockdown Cinema Club. Now, to know more what they do and what they've been doing, I've invited Maki Galvez and Patricia Sumagi to talk about the Lockdown Cinema Club. So, can I call on Maki and Patricia? Hi,
Hello.
Maki. Hi, Patricia.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi, Erica. Hello. We're okay.
That's good. Okay, so hey, let's start. What is Lockdown Cinema Club? Maybe you could give like a brief background on it.
Go,
Sino
Maki.
ba ako? Lockdown Cinema Club is an online initiative that's geared towards showing films for free on different streaming platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo. And in turn, it's we asked that people at the time when it was active for people to donate and give money to help our film workers who are no work, no pay. So we operated primarily over Facebook. Worked with a bunch of volunteers like Pat and myself, and other industry professionals. So we were comprised of directors, producers, assistant directors, production designers, cinematographers, editors. So we banded together at the beginning of the pandemic to form an initiative to help our displaced film workers.
Okay, so when did this initiative start? Did it start during ECQ ba, or was it pre-COVID pa?
ECQ na. I think it was already a week after mag-lockdown.
Okay.
And then originally yung founder namin, si Carl Chavez, he was actually, I think nag-start na siyang mag-curate ng films, ng short films. And to ask for donations, pero the first volume was supposedly for as in help in general to people. Wala pang particular like the film industry workers. Pero I think it started sa comment section ng Facebook niya. Assistant director na kasama din namin, isa din namin sa founder, si Camila Ragona, and then si Alan Bergang, isang producer din. I think they reached out to Carl. And then, doon na nag-start, they started calling us. Ako, Maki, and then si Ilsa, Malsi, Seth Suarez, and then Mau Fadul. We actually wanted kasi na per department, merong representative. Para each particular department may mag-vouch for the workers. Kasi, of course, ako personally, even if I'm a producer, I wouldn't know all the names or sino ba yung lahat ng mga to. So we really needed people to actually vouch for yung mga tao din nila, kasama nila, workers na kasama namin. Kasi we don't work naman all the time with the same projects. Yun, then yun na yun. Umabot kami lang hanggang volume 6. Nung una pa, as in we wanted na, we started actually na thinking 50 people lang yung tutulungan. And then we were overwhelmed kasi we were listing down the names. We got to a point na tigta 10 lang tayo, 10 per department. Tapos, syempre, pag, ang bilis ng balita eh. Once you have itong number of people na to, I'm sure na mag-spread out siya fast. So parang, umabot namin sa point na, sige, let's just get all their names and then let's figure it out. Magdasal na lang tayo na may mag-donate. Eventually, in fairness naman, I think sobrang daming bukas palad na who actually reached out. Actually, kahit taga-ibang bansa, foreigners, it's not really Filipinos alone, yeah. As in, ang daming nag-donate from other countries na who saw the films also, the short films.
Okay. Nice. That's very nice to hear. Yun nga, I watched also an interview. That's how I got to know you guys, and I was like, okay, this is something new, especially since given the ECQ. But we'll get to that later. Speaking of films, maybe we could talk more naman on that. So do you have mga sample films, or what have you been showing during ECQ?
Yeah, so we have volumes nga. So we kaya siya release in volumes kasi as the lockdown kept on extending, people started to offer their films in waves. So kino-collect nung programming committee namin. So aside from the volumes, because actually sobrang busy namin ni Pat, I actually haven't seen any of the stuff in Lockdown Cinema Club kasi medyo naging full-time work yung donation drive.
Mm.
So I think we showed there some posters of the other live events that we had. Like we had a live script reading ng ano yung kay Tonet, Pat?
That thing called Tadhana.
Yeah, that thing called Tadhana. So those were
Angelica and
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, JM, and then si Tonet, who's a friend of in the industry as well. Since siya yung writer and director, siya naman yung nagbasa ng script screen directions. So nag-evolve yung programming. So it used to just be that, and then nag-slow down of donations kasi by week 5, week 6, wala nang pumapasok na donations because people were starting to hold on to their money. And then those that gave could only give so much kasi they had to watch out for themselves as well. So we started holding different events. So yun yung isa, live script reading ng that thing called Tadhana. Our biggest achievement is actually partnering with ABS-CBN.
Yeah.
That took time kasi we're relatively young sa industry. Hindi rin kami ganun kakilala ng ABS. But as the initiative gained traction, we were able to partner with them. We actually staged a long event called Gabi ng Himala. So we had act directors reenact scenes from the movie.
Okay. No, wala ba? Is it just me or medyo
Anyway.
Okay, yun. So, Gabi ng Himala, right?
Gabi ng Himala. Actually, nasa ano pa siya? Nasa online pa siya. I think mahanap niyo pa siya.
Okay.
Nag-collaborate kami with directors and then some actors na willing gawin to recreate some scenes.
Okay.
Kasi fun siya gawin kasi sa Zoom lang namin. I don't know if I'm allowed to do it, pero doon namin sila nire-record. Kasi we got to a point na si Inang of Olivia Lamasan, she was asking Angelica Panganiban, meron ka bang ano dyan? What's this? Ano yung tinutungtungan, Maki?
She was asking for film equipment.
Inang, wala pong ganon. This is very, impromptu lang. Ganyan. But I think the actors naman, in fairness, they were very game.
Yes.
Sobrang kami thankful kasi, yun nga, as Maki mentioned, medyo huminto na kasi nag-slow down talaga. And in fairness naman, ang pinaka na-appreciate ko sa mga nag-donate, yung kasi nag-donate ng 50 pesos. Yung alam mo, ito na lang yung kaya ko, but I'm willing to give it. So, after nung Himala, medyo talagang bugso. So, kami naman, syempre, sabi nga ni Maki, sobrang ang tindi ng para sa full-time work. So, once ang pera pumasok, syempre kailangan na namin siyang i-disburse. Doon naman ako pumapasok kasi finance team si Maki.
Okay.
So, I do disbursements. Yeah.
Okay. Sige. Besides sina Angelica, did you have who are the other actors and actresses na you were able to partner with?
For Zombadings, kasi we did the script reading of
Mm.
Zombadings, ang gumanap sila Paula Ballesteros,
Oh,
oo,
fun.
Christian Bables,
Bables.
yeah. As in, ano sila, Vance Larena, sila yung mga parang, sige, ito tayo, toka natin. Kasi we sa dami namin, we actually wanted na, okay, itong team na to, kaya gumawa ng Tadhana. And then, itong group na to, kami yung gagawa ng Zombadings. And then the other one, syempre yung pinakamalaki, which is yung Gabi ng Himala. Lahat kami, sinong free? Let's do this. Yung sa Gabi ng Himala, doon yung pinakamaraming artista talaga. Like Jericho Rosales. Even Ding Dong Dantes and Marian Rivera did a version. Yeah, si Ding
Yeah,
Dong.
si Ding Dong actually directed and shot Marian.
Yeah.
What? Oh, cute naman nun.
Love
Cute
nila.
Sobrang astig.
Yes, gumawa din. Pero, it's hindi siya reenactment, pero it's a very short, powerful minutes na nandun, na piniplay niya. And then si John Lloyd yung pang last niya. Pang closing niya. So,
Yeah.
Si John Lloyd. Ang ganda naman.
mag-excited ka.
So it's still we can still watch it pa ba? Yung mga live script
Yeah, the
reading?
ABS-CBN restoration page, YouTube page should have clips.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think they've divided it up into clips.
Mm.
But yeah, people still should have access to see it.
Okay. Kasi na-curious tuloy ako. I wanna see yun. Cute naman ni Ding Dong tsaka ni Marian, diba?
Yeah, so in fairness din, magaling kasi si Ding Dong, frustrated director yan eh. So linabas niya talaga yung desire niya to direct.
Ang ganda, promise. You better watch it. As in,
Okay.
It's
Sige,
really
after
nice.
nito actually. Or mamayang gabi. Bago akong matulog. But okay, sige. So we'll go on break first. But
Okay.
when we come back, we'll talk more naman about the donation side of Lockdown Cinema Club. So for those who are watching, just stick around and we'll be right back after these few announcements.
We'll be back shortly. Difference only here on V81 Radio, South Manila. Big Benta, a Pinoy e-commerce site made for you. Enjoy hassle-free shopping with multiple payment options available. May local support din ready to assist, so you can enjoy peace of mind when you shop. Visit our website to check different product offerings. Get anything you want and avail everything you need in just one click. Big Benta, Pinoy e-commerce, made for you. After this pandemic, let's support the Filipino community. Buy local, visit local, go local. May items ka na gustong ibenta? Or planning to buy something specific? Visit PinoyAds.ph, a free online classified ads na available to all. Post an ad para sa item that you want to sell. Or browse through the listing to find out what you're looking for. Connect with the community to explore, discover, buy and sell. Be the boss of every transaction sa PinoyAds.ph. After this pandemic, let's support the Filipino community. Buy local. Visit local. Go local. Kabayan, nahuhomesick ka ba? I-download na ang aming mobile app at mag-enjoy sa mga kantang tatak Pinoy and feel like you're home. The V81 Radio mobile app, available in the App Store and Google Play Store. V81 Radio mobile app, free now, free forever. Now back to Making a Difference, only here on V81 Radio, South Manila.
Okay, so now we're back on Making a Difference. For those who are just tuning in right now, welcome to Making a Difference. Again, this is a show created to inspire and motivate the youth of today. My name is Erica Mison, and I am your host for Making a Difference. So before we went on break, I introduced some of the people who work for Lockdown Cinema Club. So this is an online initiative that began during ECQ. So they actually have two parts of the initiative. So they have where they show free films, and that's what we talked about. We talked about the live script reading and what they would show. And now we are going to talk about more on the donation side of Lockdown Cinema Club. So I'd like to call back Maki Galvez and Patricia Sumagi again to the screen. So they work for Lockdown Cinema Club. Now, as I mentioned, may two parts yung Lockdown Cinema Club. We talked about the shows that were shown during ECQ and the live script reading. So now we could talk about more on the donation side of Lockdown Cinema Club. So maybe you can explain what you guys did and the story behind the donation side of Lockdown Cinema Club.
I guess, kami ni Pat kasi yung in charge sa pera and sa pag-disburse.
So I guess you're the perfect
ako yung tiga-collect, si Pat yung tiga-pamigay. Yung learning curve, the biggest thing that we had to decide kasi was when we were gonna start the initiative was ano ba yung aid, what kind of aid were we gonna give? So it ranged from the different options of canned food ba? Are we gonna give canned food? Are we gonna give people money? Is the money gonna be physically transported to them? Things like that. So when we decided on digital transactions, kasi we decided on digital transactions kasi we didn't know yet kung mag-i-ease up yung restrictions of travel and things like that. So we decided on going purely cashless. So we got donations online through our initiatives nga, donated through BPI, BDO, GCash, and other credit card means. Kaya nakakuha din kami ng donations from abroad. And then as we collected money, and so we were giving so as we collected money, we were adding to a list. So we called it our master list of the workers who were asking for aid. So that's another department ng Lockdown, those in charge of fielding requests for help, and then which Pat is part of as well. And then, yun. Tapos namigay na kami ng pera. Sila Pat na yun.
Actually, sobrang thankful kami sa UP students na nag-volunteer. Kasi sila yung sobrang tumulong sa amin to collect. Siyempre, kung kami lang yung magbe-message, sobrang kagulo. So, itong mga volunteers na mga students, well, hanggang ngayon, may kausap pa naman namin sila. Masaya pa naman kami magkakausap. Sila yung nag-forward ng mga messages sa mga tao. Kasi technically, whenever we get names, kunwari ako as a producer, I talk to other producers. We make a group chat. And then sila yung mag-vouch for these people. And then, ngayon, pag nakuha namin yung names na yun, isa-isahin ng i-message ngayon ng mga bagets yun. They will ask for GCash account, BPI account, ano ba, how do we reach to you? I mean, how do we give you the money? Tapos, ayun, as in, sobrang daming, sobrang daming kwento na talagang, ikaw lang maiiyak ka. Kasi grabe din yung, I mean,
Kasi
sobrang liit
nakaka-overwhelm.
na bagay. Sobrang liit na, oo, sobra. Hindi kasi sa ngayon, isipin mo, how can I help?
So parang as Pat was saying kanina before the break, na we didn't actually have any idea kung ilang tao matutulungan namin sa simula. Until umabot na kami sa 1,500 by the end of it. So we had to grow then our parang our volunteer pool to accommodate that number. And the UP film students really did save us there.
Shout out to the mga UP
So,
students.
they helped us sa Excel. As in, kasi minsan hindi mo na matatrack kung may nagdodobleng din. Promise, sobrang laking enlightenment ng ginawa ng mga batang ito. Sa pagtulong sa amin, paano gumawa ng formulas. That's really a big help. I mean, kaya kami, we're also, well, minention naman namin sa kanila, they can actually tell their profs naman na ito na yung internship nila.
Wow.
And also, syempre, dahil in the future, magiging filmmakers din naman itong mga batang ito. They can always reach out to us. We'll be more than willing to help them kung ano mang kailanganin. So, yun, kasi sino-sino pa ba magtutulungan? It's just us. Sa ngayon, it's just really us. And in fairness, dahil nakuha namin yung names nitong mga, well, we're focusing merely dun sa people who earn 2,000 and below, ha. Sila talaga yung focus ng Lockdown Cinema Club na initiative. Nakagawa ng registry. Kasi nakagawa ng registry dahil nakakolekta kami nitong names na nasa amin. Na people, nagulat din kami, ang dami kong hindi nakilala, hindi ko pa naman nakasama. Pero lahat sila parang napagsama-sama namin, and then may nagawa na kaming registry for these people kasi freelance na nga kami. Tapos wala pa kaming listahan ng kung sino-sino kami, 'di ba? Parang ang lungkot naman na masyado noon. Ayun, as in araw-araw 'yan. Araw-araw kami nagme-message kung kailan namin mapapadala. In fairness naman, ang bilis din naman ng mga tao. Sige po, gagawa kami ng GCash account. So feeling namin kami yung nagpalag. There was a time na yung GCash, sobrang naglalag na siya. Feeling talaga namin parang kagagawa namin kasi grabe na yung paggamit namin ng app na yan. Sana bigyan kami ng GCash ng 1 year na Hindi ko alam.
GCash, baka naman. But sorry to sidetrack, but speaking of GCash, gamit na gamit ngayon si GCash nowadays.
Oo. Kasi umabot sa point na may mga kasama kami na nabigyan namin ng help, ng financial help. Hindi na nila kailangan i-encash. Diretso sila sa bilihan, sa Pure Gold, for example. Yeah. Oo, yun na yung pambayad nila. So, it helps and parang hindi na sila, wala ng contact or whatsoever. Diretso na. And yun nga,
and
in fairness naman, sobrang sorry,
we're able now to so now even sa work, even sa actual shoot, it's now an option of pay. So rather than having to physically pick up a check or open a bank account, a payroll account, kino-consider na siya ngayon ng mga producers since na-prove ng Lockdown Cinema yung advantage of cashless transactions.
Yes.
So baka naman GCash, no?
Oh my. They're all over our PubMats eh.
Oo naman. Okay. So going back, you mentioned yung mga UP students, no? How did were you the ones ba who approached them or sila yung nag-approach sa Lockdown Cinema Club?
I think it was twofold. Actually, what's funny was that the UP students were already building a list of workers who needed help by the time we approached them. So
Okay.
nauna na sila, they already
Yeah.
had something in mind. So what we did actually was, since they were building the list already, is we decided na why don't we partner with them and use their list as well. So sobrang astig kasi uh, in fairness din sa kanila talaga, a lot then of the writing of the materials came from them. Uh, a lot of the ideas came from them also. So they were really ahead of everyone.
Galing, no? They're one step ahead talaga. Galing.
Super, super.
Oo. So, uh, so now the donation drive of Lockdown Cinema Club is done na. Am I correct?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
closed it na. We internally we decided to stop the list at 1,500
Mm.
people, and then we were actually able to, from the original 2,000, we were actually able to extend the to add to the initial 2,000 cash aid. We were able to actually give 3,000 pesos per person
Wow.
kasi we were able to raise about 4.7 million pesos, I think, by the end of
Maybe
the.
they can show 4.7.
Yeah, we have the we raised that final amount. And then kaya nga si Pat nga mentioned nga na sobrang iba-ibang klaseng feelings when people would donate, kasi si Pat nga was saying that someone donated 40 pesos to us before, and then there were some individuals then within the industry and out who donated 500,000, some donated 100,000. But sobrang meaningful kasi nung, and then may mga donations din na may centavos, like someone donated like 251 pesos and 30 centavos.
Wow.
Yung theory namin internally is yun na lang yung balance na naiiwan sa GCash niya. So we feel na dinonate na lang niya in full. Parang ganun. So in a span of, I think, 9 weeks, naka 4.7M kami. Something
Wow.
like that.
Congratulations, you guys, by the way. Galing. I'm sure you've helped so much people. I think, there we go. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yun.
4.7. Yeah, no, may 0.08.
Gusto ko talaga, grabe kayo mag-donate, ha? Yung mga, next time, sige, mag-donate din ako.
Oo, as in, meron pa mga nagsasabi na, may nagsasabi pa na, pasensya na kayo, ito lang yung, alam ko may ganong message, Maki, na parang, pasensya na kayo, ito lang yung kaya kong i-donate.
Yeah.
May pwede ka kasing maglagay ng message eh. So kami naman, parang, guys, walang problema. Kung hanggang, help is help. No amount na kailangan na ididikta sa inyo kung ano yung dapat yung ibigay. Giving is kung ano lang
Super.
kaya.
Oh, exactly. So, super agree ako dun. Like, no, there's no small amount. Parang there's no right amount. The fact that you made that move, you made that step to donate, di ba? That's a big help, especially sa industry ninyo, which we'll talk about later on because I want to hear your thoughts. But anyways, maybe you could maybe you could share kahit a short story or experience while working with this donation drive, na this experience that you'll remember, na even like years after, okay, this is what happened to me, this is what I felt during that period. Baka may, like kahit like a short story or like something you will remember na,
Ako talaga, it was the 40 peso, ako talaga, it was really that 40 peso donation. Kasi I was logging, I'm in charge kasi of accounting for that. And when I saw the 40 peso donation, yung you really understand that in some way we were able to inspire someone to give whatever amount he or she could have given. I think that's And then considering then that all of the films that were shown for free and given to us for free, all the actors that we worked with, the directors that we worked with, lahat yan for free nila ginawa. It gives value. The 40 pesos parang in its own little way means more than the actual amount. So sobrang important sa akin 'yon. Nung linalog ko yung 40 peso donation.
Kay Maki kasi, more of siya yung tumatanggap ng donation. Pero
Yeah.
since ako yung nagbibigay ng donation,
Exactly.
as in, siguro, para na akong santo. Ma'am, bless you po. Bless you and your family, ganyan. Diyos ko, kung sabi ko, baka naman hanggang sa kaapu-apuhan ko na ipagdasal na nila sa sobrang tuwa nila. As in, basta, as in, grabe, parang kang artista. Kung kapag sabi ko talagang sabihin ko, kuya, pasensya na po, napakaliit lamang. Hindi malaki na pong tulong nito. As in, marinig ko yon yung ganong gratitude. Kasi, may iba kasi parang, ang medyo, hindi ko as in, sa 1,500 na yon siguro, pagpalagay natin may mga ilan-ilan na medyo, nakakatuwa ka, no? Ganon. Pero, mostly, oo, ma'am, may isa kasi may nag-message. Ang tagal naman po, kailangan ko na pong bumili ng diaper ng anak ko. Parang ako gusto ko siyang replyan. Kuya, huwag po diaper ang bilhin natin. Bumili po tayo ng gatas. Yan po ang kailangan ng anak niyo. Hugas-hugas na lang po muna. Pero yung iba, in fairness, mostly, papalagay mo ng 1,500, 1,490. Yung 1,490 na yon, ma'am, thank you po. Hindi sila nagmamadali. Walang anything. Tapos kung kailan dumating, ma'am, sobrang malaking thank you. Actually, yung makatanggap ka lang ng ganon every time. Tapos hindi nila makalimutan yon. Kasi, I think, ang pandemic, pag ganito kahirap yung sitwasyon, you don't remember naman kung sino yung nang away sa'yo or what eh. Ang naalala mo kung sino yung nandyan nung sobrang kailangan mo. And ang weird, pero hanggang ngayon na nag-close kami ng donations namin, pero nag-upload pa rin kami ng mga things, yung mga comment sections namin parang overflowing ng love and gratefulness. So, I think yun yung best experience na dito sa Lockdown Cinema Club.
Okay, thank you
Ayun.
for sharing yung mga, but yeah, yun nga eh, though, yung mga small, they're not really small per se, but yun, every move, every donation, it still counts talaga. So, ano na yung next steps for Lockdown Cinema Club? May mga future plans ba kayo? Or, is it still I know the donation side is medyo tapos na. But for Lockdown Cinema Club as a whole.
As an entity,
Siya ngayon,
it seems like there are plans to evolve it into another initiative or another body. But as things are starting to open up again and things like that, hinahanap pa si Carl Chavez kasi is actually one of the founders of Lockdown, if not the spark of the group. So we turn to him actually a lot when thinking about like where does Lockdown go from here. There's a lot of ideas being thrown around, like maybe it can be a welfare organization already.
Yeah.
Since we have the database, we have the operations for it. Right now, since we were able to close our donation drives, people within Lockdown are taking time for themselves also, since it's hard times din naman for us. So it took a lot out of us emotionally. Then getting requests for aid wasn't really easy, personally. Then for a lot of us, it takes a lot out of you. Then so. Nag-slow down ang lockdown. We wanted to close it then and give ourselves a breather.
Yeah.
But knowing the resilience din nila Pat, nila Carl, and everybody else, Ilsa, Alem, in the group, I think this isn't the last naman you'll hear from us as a collective.
Mm-mm.
Marami pa naman ata kami gustong i-prove.
Right.
Actually, not to, pero ang dami pang kailangan tulungan. More than the proving part, you just want to always be able to help. Kasi ikaw ako as an individual noon, nung mag-lockdown, hindi ko naman alam kung anong gagawin ko eh. Paano ako makakatulong? Not until biglang may group. Kasi it makes it easier. Finally, meron akong way. Eh ngayon, I think ang moving forward, we're discussing how we can help yung mga students na hindi makaka-enroll. Paano ba kami makakapag-create content paano para maging useful din sa kanila. Parang doon kami ngayon to try mag-side. Kasi sayang, buo kami ng buo na kami. May director kami, may producer kami, may cinematographer kami, may editor kami, may production designer kami. Buo kami as a group, as a production house. So kung sakaling kailangan ng mga ganong klase na teaching materials, kung wala talagang para sa mga remote areas na walang internet, yun, baka we were trying actually to look into it and to study it, paano namin siya gagawin.
Mm-mm. Okay. I forgot to ask pala, no? How did the both of you pala get involved? Are you all like friends or parang you've worked together?
Yeah, actually
Friends
we have.
kami ni
Naging
Maki.
producer ka na yan si Pat. But actually, funnily enough, sa lockdown cinema of the names that we mentioned, I don't think we've all been physically in the same room together ever. As a complete entity. Yeah. We've seen each other. Some I only meet in parties, some I only meet in premieres.
Okay.
Ilan si Pat and a few lang si Mao, our production designer. Sila lang yung mga nakatrabaho ko actually. But yeah, si Pat and I, we worked together on a bunch of films already before.
Okay. And then how did you get into Lockdown Cinema Club?
I'm part of a cinematographers guild. That's been active for a while now. And then I guess when people want to reach out to things that are industry related, parang nagiging hotline na ako. Nagiging help desk na ako for that. So we were already thinking of something as a guild. But then very, very, sobrang hinog pa ng idea, wala pa siyang form until pumasok yung lockdown. And then we partnered up with them. So actually, as the president of that guild, our biggest achievement is we actually got the help of Matthew Libatique. He's a cinematographer in the States, half Pinoy. He's actually the DOP of Black Swan, Iron Man 1 and 2. Mother. So we contacted him. He actually reached out. Siya yung nag-reach out pala over Instagram. He reached out and then we held a live Q&A session with him. Tapos that's when we got a bunch of international donations.
Yun. Yeah, but that helps. I mean, okay, he's such a big name. The movies that you named are pretty big. I mean,
super. Medyo big deal siya. Tsaka idol siya ng mga cinematographers here in the country kasi nga he's half Pinoy. He's full-blooded Pinoy pala. But just raised in the States.
Ayun.
Lang siya lumaki.
Doon lang lumaki. So may accent na nun. Okay, yes.
Yeah, super.
Ano yung last niya, Maki? Yung kay Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Yung kay Lady Gaga.
Ano yun? Stars Born?
Yeah.
Stars
Born.
Stars.
That's his
Born.
But okay siya. Wow! Okay, so syempre, okay, pati ako, nasa Stars.
Yeah, nasa YouTube natin siya. You can watch the interview. He's a pretty cool guy.
Okay, sige. Okay, sige, mamaya ako. Lockdown Cinema Club.
Time suck yun. Ang dami naming content. Hours and hours of
Okay, sige. I will look into that. I'm curious na rin. But okay, we are gonna go on break ulit. But when we come back, we are going to talk to these two, medyo more on the personal level naman, mga thoughts nila on the industry. So we'll be right back after these few announcements.
We'll be back shortly, making a difference. Only here on V81 Radio, South Manila. Big Benta, a Pinoy e-commerce site made for you. Enjoy hassle-free shopping with multiple payment options available. May local support din ready to assist, so you can enjoy peace of mind when you shop. Visit our website to check different product offerings. Get anything you want and avail everything you need in just one click. Big Benda, Pinoy e-commerce, made for you. After this pandemic, let's support the Filipino community. Buy local, visit local, go local. May items ka na gustong ibenta? Or planning to buy something specific? Visit pinoyads.ph, a free online classified ads na available to all. Post an ad para sa item that you want to sell. Or browse through the listing to find out what you're looking for. Connect with the community to explore, discover, buy and sell. Be the boss of every transaction sa pinoyads.ph. After this pandemic, let's support the Filipino community. Buy local, visit local, go local. Para enjoy ang pakikinig sa V81 Radio kahit saan, we are now on your Amazon Echo devices. Just say, Alexa, play V81 Radio at i-enjoy ang inyong mga paboritong Pinoy music 24/7. Sabihin lang, Alexa, play V81 Radio. Now back to Making a Difference, only here on V81 Radio, South Manila.
We're now back on Making a Difference. Welcome back. Before the break, I was just talking to Maki and Patricia. They're part of the Lockdown Cinema Club. So again, it's an online initiative that started during ECQ, and they show free films, and they also did a few live script readings, and we also talked about the donation side naman of Lockdown Cinema Club, where they donated. They reached around 4.7 million, and they gave that to those workers in the parang film industry. So you have the one who help out backstage and all that. So they were able to help a lot of them. Now we are gonna talk about for the last segment. We're gonna talk about more personal stuff. I wanna know their thoughts, especially since they're part of the film industry. So let's call back Maki and Patricia. There we go. Hello, Maki and Patricia.
Ito mo kay Maki kasi nagbabago-bago yung headset niya.
Oh, sorry. Kasi naglulubat pati background nagbabago. Sorry.
Yun na yung iba yung background, tapos ngayon iba headset. So, okay lang yan. So, nandito si Maki. Okay, so, a bit of, maybe you could give us some personal background. Like, what do you do for a living? Especially, what you guys were doing pre-COVID. So maybe we could start with Maki.
I'm a full-time cinematographer, so that means I'm in charge of the lighting and camera work of films and commercials. So I was actually working on. I guess I can say it now. Yeah, I guess I was actually working on Darna, the
Ah,
latest Darna,
okay.
before COVID, but that currently is on pause because of the pandemic. Um, so yeah, that's been my job for quite a while now, for about since 2006.
Mm-mm. Okay. How about Patricia? What do you do for a
I'm
living?
a film line producer and producer at the same time. I think yung last kong ginawa ko before the pandemic. Actually, may break. Ano na nun eh, meron ng maraming kaso. Hindi pa naman marami, pero like, nandun na. Ang sinushoot namin is Whether the Weather is Fine, starring Daniel Padilla and Ma'am Charo Santos and si Ran Bicol. Yeah.
Fangirl ako dito kanina pa ha. Kanina pa. Ding dong da.
Oh, kung kailangan mo ng name drop, we're the people to
I-create namin yung Yolanda sa Tacloban. So, yeah, as in, sobrang kaming thankful na natapos na namin yung shoot itself. So, nasa post na lang kami. Post-production. Kasi kung hindi namin natapos yun, ang talents namin, lagi 1,000 people. Tapos lahat sila putikan. Isipin mo yun. So, yeah, so yun yung last namin ginagawa before the lockdown.
Ah, okay. Wait, are you allowed to talk about that? Kasi na-curious ako bigla eh. Like how did that how was it? How did it go?
As in, yung shoot, mahirap.
Oo. Grabe kasi 1,000 okay, hindi ko ma-imagine. But yeah, yun, as a producer,
Well, mahirap siya dahil, we had to recreate it. Sobrang galing lang ng production design team din namin para i-recreate yung guho-guho, the destruction itself, everything. Sobrang kahit yung director namin, si Carlo Manatad, na talagang na-experience yung Yolanda. Dumating siya na chaos na.
okay.
And sabi niya, ganun na ganun yung itsura. Nakuha nung designer namin yung exact itsura nung stadium, ano yung itsura nung Yolanda mismo. Yeah, so sobrang siya exciting actually. Sobrang masaya siya gawin kasi it's one of the very challenging.
Yeah.
Kasi grabe, may araw kami na 2 araw na puro 1,000 lang yung talents mo. Minsan 500. So ang dami. Tapos may pandemic na merong COVID. Tapos parang lahat sila binabaril mo ng temperature. Mataas ang temperature mo, uwi ka. Yeah, nagsimula kami. Pero happy naman siya. Masaya siya kasi taga-Tacloban din si Daniel Padilla. So nung nandun kami, kinakausap niya lang ng waray yung mga tao. In fairness, sobrang cooperative ng mga tao.
How long kayo doon sa Tacloban?
Pero mga a week.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Oh. Siyempre, hindi naman pupunta si Catherine Bernardo, no? So,
Ay, hindi. Sa ibang araw, nung nasa Metro Manila lang kami.
dumaan siya.
Yeah.
Sorry. Dumaan talaga ako. Wait lang.
Dumaan siya. Para lang makita yung boyfriend niya.
Ang cute naman. Ay, naku, feel ko yung mga viewers ko, nagtataka na sa akin eh. But anyway, okay, moving back. Okay, so, given the whole pandemic, it changed all our lives. This is the new normal. We all have to adjust and all that. So, how did the pandemic change the whole film industry?
Sa ngayon, walang sinemang bukas. So, we don't know. Bawas kami ng isang platform. So, kami as film workers, syempre, we can only showcase naman our film. Syempre, sinehan, or, yun na nga, very fortunate na kung lumabas siya sa Netflix, or iWant, or kung ano pa mang online platform. Pero yun nga, without the cinemas as well, medyo hirap ang mga executive producers to actually finance and mag-invest. Kasi syempre, mahirap mag-invest kung wala kang sure na return. And syempre, pag walang mag invest walang magsushoot, wala rin kaming gagawin. So medyo nandun kami ngayon. So as far as I know, may mga assistant directors na ako na alam kong naging kusinero na. Dahil ng shooting. Bibenta na ng Bake Mac, mga ganyan.
Ay,
Kasi,
oo, dami na.
yeah, kasi wala kailangan mong gumawa ng paraan.
Ikaw, Patricia, like so what would you do now besides than walk
Well,
down to the backlog?
fortunately, meron naman akong Waldo's. Part owner ako ng isang cake shop na ang pangalan ay Waldo's. Yeah, so grabe din yung nag-boom siya nitong ECQ. I think yung mga tao biglang nag-crave sa mga sweets. So puro cake ang order.
Guilty.
Yun, sobrang in fairness naman, nag-thrive talaga siya. Nandun kami sa part na akala namin magko-close down din kami kasi syempre walang tao, walang nagda-dine in. Hindi namin alam kung paano kami mag-survive. Pero thank God, sobrang blessing pa din na in fairness sa mga tao, parang gutom na gutom sila sa cake. Talaga.
Order ko lang ng cookies.
Oo, yan. So, yun na. Sobrang, doon ako ngayon. Doon lang ako naka-focus. Magpagkuha ng orders ng cake. So, magbenta ngayon.
How about you naman, Maki? How was it?
Well, it's tougher for me because wala akong ibang skill set kundi sa cinematography. But actually it's turned what's happening is since we were given the gift of time, parang I found myself involved in a lot of initiatives that will help the industry for after the pandemic. So Pat and I were talking prior to the show na we were in a congressional hearing about this new bill that's supposed to help freelancers. I'm also part of a group of workers that are trying to build safe protocols for shooting on the set, considering that COVID still exists. So it's a very dense document. It's about 50 plus pages of protocols, guidelines that you should follow to be safe. Kasi I'm not naman the only one that doesn't that needs to shoot to survive. So the goal is to get as many people working, but to get people working safely. So we're developing an app to help that as well. So it's supposed to the idea of the app is that you input the dimensions of the room you're in, and then based on social distancing guidelines, it'll tell you how many people should be in the room safely. Parang ganun. So, mga ganun, parang napunta ako sa napunta ako sa civil service bigla while waiting. From racket to pro bono civil service work.
Okay. Well, speaking of after, a lot of us also are preparing na rin, no? As I mentioned a while ago, this may be the new norm. This is the new normal already. Face masks is the new fashion trend. I mean, nakita mo. Pati yung mga goggles or face shields, fashion trend talaga eh. I mean, ako personally, parang I wanna buy one kasi it just looks fashion eh. Diba? Yun na yung new normal. So, especially for the film industry, what do you think are the next steps or what should be the next steps for the film industry given na ito na talaga yung new normal? on the top of your head, baka may mga ideas kayo or thoughts that you would want to share.
Ako, because I feel it then now that the premium, kasi actually, it's mag-shift lang din yung workers in their mindset. Kasi, I don't know if you're aware, pero may racketero culture kasi ang film, na you try to work every day kasi each day you're not working is or just to make as much money as you can as fast as you can. Trips na yung health, people who haven't been taking care of themselves. But I think what's gonna change is that people are now more aware of their limits than personal limits. So people, there has been an industry-wide call to end mga 24-hour shoots, an industry-wide call for and listened to na rin naman by the people that control the productions anyway. So I think that's it. I think people should start taking care of themselves more, and the 3 months of no work has given people time to think about that.
Okay. How about you, Pat? May mga ideas ka ba or like thoughts regarding doon?
Well, pares lang naman kami ng ina-attenda ni Maki.
Super. Araw-araw naman kami nakikita ni Pat.
Doon na kami. Parang di kami nakita kahapon. Nagkita din kami. Hindi kami nag-uusap. Kasi wala eh. Actually, lahat ng tao ngayon nagtatry mabuhay sa paraan na naman kung paanong maitatawid ang bawat araw. Medyo sobra talagang affected ang industry natin. I mean, as in ako personally, kinakausap ko yung mga production assistants ko din na parang let's think of a way at paano ba natin matutulungan yung utilities natin, yung mga iba nating tao, baka we can think of a business na makakatulong din sila para may income sila. Kasi wala eh. Ako personally sa amin sa Quantum Films, medyo wala talaga kami plano gumawa ng pelikula not until the end of the year. Kasi delikado eh. May isa lang na magkaroon ng COVID sa set. Medyo
Ayun.
din talaga kayo. Yeah. Ang hirap i-risk. Hindi ko rin naman masasabihan yung producers namin na tiwala lang kay Lord, ganyan. Pwede naman, pero
Yes, of course, kailangan naman. But
pero sabi ni Lord, di ba, mag-ingat din kayo. Hindi ko naman sinabing sasagutin ko lahat, So, ayun. Wala eh. Lahat ng klase ng talents ngayon lalabas. Parang,
totoo yan.
doon ka na lang kakapit. Paano ang Pilipino nahubog ng kagalingan nilang paano ito? Yung maging bumagay sa sitwasyon. Right, wala. Ganon eh. Bilib ako sa Pinay sa ganon. Kaya lang, syempre, parang sana, hindi naman din masamang kailangan ng konting tulong.
Okay. Yun na nga eh. Magaling tayo parang adapt, I guess. Oo.
Exactly.
Yun yung term doon. But, ayun, yun na nga eh. This will be, I mean, ako din naka-curious ako. Besides then the whole film industry, you have what else pa ba sa theater? That's also another thing.
And for sure.
Yep, yun. And talagang basically the art in the whole art scene eh. And then yung mga performers, the actual artists, mga photographers, I mean, I've heard of yung mga, just last night actually, uso ngayon with the photographers, yung mga FaceTime photo shoots. But I don't know how that works. But
no, but then you know what? In fairness to artistry talaga, there are some that are really good na hindi mo na imagine. Like in fairness, there are a few photographers that I follow locally and abroad that have pulled off some really great work. So parang you were talking about adapting and parang I guess what's the term? Parang resilience.
Yeah.
People. Parang
down kasi yun eh, yung resilience.
hindi ka nagpapatalo eh. So people are still actually still finding a way eh. So in fairness, I mean, kahit na ganito ka uncertain yung ano, parang it's still may hopefulness din na silver lining.
Oh, yun. Agree, super agree with your thoughts. And I hope, everything goes well for the both of you. For, of course, Lockdown Cinema Club. I mean, I think, but I mean, you guys will find good ideas yung minention mo, Pat, yung the ideas for the future Lockdown Cinema Club. And also, I wish everyone well in the industry. No, I know it's hard, pero we'll get by. I know we will. Yun nga, mga Filipinos, go lang ng go. Diba? Okay, so before we end, Pat, ang dami mong fans.
Alam mo,
Nababasa ko yung mga comments, ha?
Oo, nagigil din ako sa kanila. Sabi ko sa kanila, tigilan nila eh. Anyway, business partner ko yung si Wado. And then, the rest, kasi mga namin, staff namin sa Wados. Ewan ko sa kanila. Parang wala akong pinapabake na 15 cake, ha?
Shout out naman daw sa Wado.
Naku, huwag niyo silang pansinin. Mabuhay sila.
But anyway, sige. But any last words or mga shout outs you want to say hi to anyone? I'm gonna give the floor to the both of you.
No, actually, I guess to Lockdown Cinema Club people, we haven't been meeting as often kasi there was a time na every morning, every afternoon, and every night may Zoom call kami. And then it got slow down na kasi I mean, life is starting to take over na din. So just hi to everyone if from Lockdown who's watching.
Of course, I would like to say thank you sa G family. They're watching right now kasi wala silang tigil sa kaka-message. Matiin mo kami, parang may end of friendship kami kapag hindi ko sila binate. And of course, to others. Pero, yeah, to everyone na nag-tune in, sana hindi tayo mapagod tumulong sa mga tao. I mean, napakahirap na ng panahon. Parang bawasan natin yung negativity sa mundo.
Yes.
So, let's just be kind. Ayun natin.
Agree. Sobrang agree. I mean, at the end of the day, we just have to try, at least try, to have a positive mindset. No?
Mm-hmm.
We will get by. Tayo pa.
Yes.
But anyways, thank you so much, Maki and Patricia. I really enjoyed talking to you both and learning also about the industry. I really don't have a lot of knowledge about that, but at least I got to hear from the both of you and hear also and it was nice to know also yung initiative Lockdown Cinema Club. So I hope that continues on and sana we get to meet in person eventually.
Pati kami sa lockdown, di pa kami nakikita.
So, sana. But thank you again. Stay safe to the both of you and take care always. Bye, Maki. Bye, Patricia.
Thank you, Erica. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so that ends today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed watching and I hope you also learned something new today. I mean, I did. Again, I don't really have a lot of knowledge. I don't really have a lot of knowledge in that industry, so it's great to hear their thoughts and their ideas. They also need the support. They Lockdown Cinema Club and I'm sure other initiatives as well. They tried to keep us entertained during the ECQ. I mean, what else would you do? Me personally, I go watch TV, I watch Netflix, and it's because of these people. from the directors down to the producers and to all the staff. So they need as much as help talaga as well, we all do naman. So those are like my 2 cents. Well, again, I know we will all get through this. As what Patricia mentioned a while ago, ganyan tayo mga Pinoys, mga Filipinos. We still have that drive. We don't just stop. Like I mentioned, go lang tayo ng go, and that's and that's really, it's a very good attitude, a very good trait that we have as Filipinos. Now, before we end, of course, my usual announcements. Follow us on Facebook, the show Making a Difference. You can please also follow V81 Radio on Facebook. You could again check out our YouTube channel. Our website is up. If you have any comments, suggestions, please message us. Message me on Making a Difference. I will personally reply to you there. So if you want to see a certain episode, or if you want me to talk about something in particular, just let me know. And of course, we have more shows on V81 Radio. Actually, can I just say that I'm happy that the V81 Radio family is growing and growing. And I'm so happy to be part of this family. I've been having so much fun, and I've been learning new things. And there, so again, really thankful to be part of this family. Now, after my show, I have sorry, not me. We have another show at 6 p.m. That's Madame Venus. And then another one tonight at 9 p.m. That's Rainbow Society. And of course, we have more shows tomorrow. Grabe, jam-packed talaga ang V81 Radio pag weekend. So, for tomorrow, we have morning pa lang. We have Startup Nation. Okay, so we have Startup Nation. We have Talk Shop Asia, that is with Sir Rolly. And then we have Napalm, that's the alternative music, Pinoy alternative music, with Sir Charlie and Sir Fards. And then, of course, another favorite, Let's Chat with Tita Gracie, of course, with Tita Gracie. And then we have at night, Mustapaps. So again, jam-packed talaga ang V81 Radio. But don't worry if you can't watch us live. That's totally fine, because we have the previous episodes on our website, and we also have them on our Facebook pages. So, if you just want to watch like a previous show of Making a Difference, it's just here on our Facebook page. And then, of course, I just got word. I would want to greet happy birthday to Ate Din's tito. So Ate Din is part of the tech team, and it's her tito's birthday. So happy birthday po to Robert from Rudy and the family. So there we go. That's it for today. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all safe. Again, if you are going to go outside, please don't forget to, of course, wear your masks, practice social distancing, and of course, just keep yourself healthy. Continue to drink water. I sound like a mom, but I mean, that's how it is. You gotta drink water, you gotta hydrate, you gotta eat healthy food, try to stay fit. Just try to keep healthy. Because it's for you, and it's for your family as well, and hindi sila mahawa. And there, that's it. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys next week. Bye.
The program for the millennials that showcase young professionals' worth, aspirations, and successes in doing what they believe is right, progressive, and inclusive. Making a difference. Making a difference. Join them as they discover the path to self and societal fulfillment while making a difference. Hosted by empowered and cool millennial Erica Mizon. Together with her cool millennials, they will be making a difference every Saturday, 3 p.m. Philippine time. Only here on V81 Radio, South Manila. Pinoy, Tatak Pinoy, the future of radio. This is your all hits, all Pinoy internet radio station. This is V81 Radio Worldwide.
Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man, ito'y